All right, so I wanted to just do a quick kind of summary on why I don't really think you should be doing a percentage-based offer for your cleaning company, and why there's the only scenario that I actually think it makes sense in. And that scenario, by the way, is if you need to reach out to maybe some inactive clients and just trying to get them through the door again. Yes, I do think a percentage-based offer works very well because they've used your service already, so they know what to expect. But in pretty much any other scenario, and really the topic of this video, which is going to be direct response marketing, how do we get in front of a cold audience and reel them into our service? Yes, I think you should absolutely stay away from percentage-based offers. Now, here's one reason why I don't really like them, and that's merely for the fact that every other cleaning company is doing them. Guaranteed, your competitors in your area, they have business cards, they have websites or Yelp listings where in the bio it says, get 25% off your first clean, get 30% off your first clean. And when you think about your prospects, if they've seen this offer multiple times, which they have, spread out across several different cleaning companies, well, now the novelty effect of it has already been tarnished because they've seen it so many times. So that's something to think about, just the fact that it's already lost its effectiveness by now. Another thing I want to discuss is that it's also not really something that your current prospects can really resonate with because there's no context. So let me explain that. When they're seeing an offer to get 30% off their house cleaning, chances are they've probably never had a cleaning before, or maybe they've had, but they've only used like one, maybe two other cleaners. So they don't really have a good grasp on what industry rates are in the first place. So when they see that 30% off offer, they don't really understand, well, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm going to get a cleaning for $100, for $150, $350? They don't really understand, what that offer exactly means. Another thing is oftentimes these people will kind of come at you with the mindset of, well, how do I know this company didn't just quickly mark up their price by 30% just to tell me that I'm getting 30% off? So that's also something to consider. Not much you can do about that, but just another reason why I don't really like the percentage-based offers. Now, another reason why I really recommend you stay away from them is because it makes it harder for you as a business owner to upsell, because you're actually boxing in your advantage. Now, let me explain that a little bit. When you show up to a potential client's home, a prospect's home for the first time, and you have a 30% off offer, let's say, and you tell them, okay, Mr. Smith, so your house is going to be $140 to clean it with 30% off. Well, now that prospect is thinking, okay, $140, let's see what this company, how good of a job they do, of course, right? And you have two scenarios. You have scenario A, which is, okay, I'm going to finish this house, and then after I'm done, I could hopefully upsell this client. But in order for them to agree upon that, you have to understand that they have to truly feel like they're going to be getting some value from it. And it's often hard to do that when you're already supposedly going above and beyond on that first clean for your client, so it limits you on kind of what you can upsell. Now, part B of that is you could try and upsell them, let's say, before you actually clean their home. So let's say you give them the quote, okay, Mr. Smith, it's going to be $140. However, just so you know, we could do X, Y, and Z. If we bump it up to $200 right now, you'll get this, this, and that. But now your client's going to be thinking, well, okay, buddy, let's see you do the job first before I agree on to something like that. So it puts you in a weird scenario where you don't really have a specific standard to meet first. It's kind of just subjective at that point. However, let's say you did a time-bound offer, which is often what I promote with many of my clients. Now, there's one specific standard, which is the clock, because we know that time is finite, and these clients are already agreeing, okay, I'm getting a 3-hour clean. Let's see what can get done in 3 hours, because within that time frame, they know that the clock is basically going to be the deciding factor of what stops the service or not. So once the time is over, a scenario like that makes the upsell a lot easier, because now the client has had a chance, okay, now I see what these people can get done in 1 hour, what they can get done in 2 hours, what they can get done in 3 hours. They also see what your communication looks like, how efficient you are, how comfortable they feel with you inside their home. And basically, once the clock is over, it makes it a lot easier for you to basically just add additional time. So that's the one downfall from an upsell perspective if you're doing just a percentage-based offer. So that's pretty much it, guys. Those are really the 3 reasons why I strongly advise you to stay away from the percentage-based offers. Think outside the box. Think about, if you were in their shoes, what's something that's going to be enticing enough to make you pick up the phone right now to call a company. And oftentimes it's some type of fixed offer, some type of fixed service, rather than just percentage-based off of something that has no context.